Alright, so this is Danny with Top Pitch Roofing, out here to attempt to repair Mr. Mulero's at 773 Flat Rock Road, Stockbridge, Georgia, 30281. Time right now is 2:10 on February 3rd. It is currently 59 degrees, and this is for claim number 700-966-9521-1. I'll come over here to our repair area. Here I have the shingle to be repaired outlined with a green dotted line. Here's the damage on it, showing that this one is indeed damaged. I have marked with yellow chalk potential locations for each nail that needs to be removed to take that shingle out. And then in orange, I have all the potential surrounding shingles that could be damaged during this process. They're labeled 1 through 8. And I'll explain this as I go. If I see any damages, I'll stop and point it out. Alright, so we'll start here. Here's our damaged shingle. We need to remove or separate the seal on this shingle to get to the nails underneath it there. So I'll go ahead and do that nice and gently. So I'll lift this up a little to see the location of my nails. I got one there. I might unseal this one as well. And already we're having mat transfer. I'm being as gentle as I can. Alright, I got that one free. There's our nail. One nail out. Application of nail. Again, I'm never lifting these more than 45 degrees. Just enough to where I can see where my nails are. Once I'm able to get under it. Oh, we have some tearing right there just from trying to separate the seal. Very gently. Wasn't being rough at all. The shingle tore. I'll get photos of that. There's our last nail. Alright, so that nail pulled through. It was not able to come out. Alright, now I have to unseal this row to get to the nails that are up here that are also touching this shingle. If you can see where this outline is. These nails also go into our damaged shingle. So I'll need to separate this seal very gently. under here. Oh, that one popped through as well. Now what happens with that, what I mean when I say it popped through, is these shingles are just so brittle that I wasn't able to pull the nail with the shingle. The shingle came out from around the nail. Now there's a larger hole than the nail head in there, so it can no longer be nailed in the same place. And if we nail it in a different location, now there's a hole in that shingle. This one did the same thing. I gotta pull the nail from underneath. It came through. Oh, so that should be loose there. One more. Yep, we got one more here. Oh, I missed one. Here we go. Oh, that's the one that pulled through. Okay. So now, this shingle is free. Now I also want to note that on the scope, it mentioned 3-tab composition shingles. So that's what I brought out here with me today to repair this roof with. Obviously that's not what we have here. These are laminated architectural shingles. So what I'm doing here is going to be a simulated repair. I'm going to put this shingle back in, and then obviously I'll have to tarp it because this shingle will not go back in with us having a warranty with it. It's got bigger holes from the nails that pulled through. But we'll go ahead and continue with this. Like I said, we've had significant mat transfer already here, separating that shingle, this one above as well. I'll document all this with photos. We have some tearing over there that happened from just gently trying to separate that seal. And I'll go ahead and continue on and just put this shingle back in. Oh, and if you can see, these holes are bigger where the nails pulled through. That one's good. This one pulled through, and you can see how large that hole is. So even nailing next to it, it's still going to leave a hole in the shingle. And if we nailed there, the head would just go right through. And that's just due to the brittleness of the shingle. So I'll get this pushed up right where it needs to be. Get my nail ready. Now as I lift this, lifting with the back of my hand, just so I can get to the nailing zone. I'll finish that out with the roof snake. Nice and flush. You can already hear granules falling down just from pounding on the roof like that, doing this repair. It's creating a lot of granule loss. Again, lift it just enough to get to the nailing zone. Do that one without the snake. Same thing, back to the thumb. And the reason I stopped using the roof snake over here it did a little bit of damage to the front of the shingle just from where it needs to set. So I think I can do less damage by lifting it up with the back of my hand and nailing it in. And again, not lifting it above 45 degrees, just enough so I get my hammer in there without damaging the shingle. Okay, and then these up here will be a little harder. This shingle here is much more stiff than this one was because this is still sealed down up here. So I have to be a little more careful with it. Back of the hand. And I need to lift this enough to get a nice flush nail to get that installed properly. And you can see the mat transfer. I'll bring the camera over once I'm finished and show it. One more. Okay, now that that is installed properly, we can come over here and kind of see what we've got going on here. So, like I said, this is the one that we replaced. As you can see, there's creasing here. Tons of granule loss now. It's just wanting to come right off. I don't know how well you can see that. This one here has also got creasing, and you see I didn't lift it no farther than what I needed to get the nail in. Back from far away, you can see the tearing that I was talking about is right here. That's just from gently unsealing this one going down, and it ripped. The shingles are very brittle. You can see the fiberglass in there. Mat transfer as well. If you can see right here, this here, that is mat that transferred from this shingle above onto the shingle below, which compromises that seal and is no longer gonna seal down without using some kind of tar, which is only a temporary fix and would leave the homeowner with a financial burden of having to keep maintenance on that and have it redone. So also here, you can see mat transfer right there, fiberglass in there. This one as well, big fiberglass spot, mat transfer, and that is from just gently separating that seal to get to the nails that I needed to. There's more there. So as of right now, it looks like I'm gonna need to tarp this and deem the roof is not repairable due to the significant granule loss that was happening just from the hammer hitting the roof. There's creasing on the two shingles above, and a bunch of mat transfer along with the nail pulls where the shingle pulled through and is just too brittle to pull a nail out with it. I'll document all these in photos, but like I said, with this simulated attempt to repair, we're going to deem the roof is not repairable and ask the carrier for a full roof replacement.